Hey everyone, welcome back to Go Kick Me, your favorite crowdfunding news and reviews channel here on YouTube. So today we're going to be talking about a educational STEM electronics educational package, whatever you want to call it. This is called the Maker Uno, and it is called the $6 Maker Uno, even though it doesn't actually cost $6. Simplifying Arduino for education. Built-in 12 LEDs, 1X buzzer, 12X buttons, troubleshooting made easy for educators, coding and electronics made easy for students. So, first of all, if you don't know what Arduino is, get with the times, man. Arduino is a development environment, I guess, programming language for these kind of microcontroller input-output boards, kind of microcontrollers with I/O. I don't know exactly what you call them. DIY electronics is what you should call it. And these guys, there's only 51 hours to go, so by the time you see this this coming week, it'll be done, but I'm sure this will go into an on-demand really fast. So, yeah, they have a micro USB port, programmable button, blah, 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 microcontroller, 12 LEDs. Let's just watch the video. These guys are out of Malaysia. And the thing I like about that is they don't actually pretend to be something they're not.
I think one of the challenges is that the students need to understand programming as well as electronics at the same time.
So they don't have lice, they're just really confused because they're, I guess in this class they're trying to teach them how to, program these controllers, but because they also have to do circuits, they have a lot of trouble with troubleshooting. So this will also
is mostly trying to troubleshoot why the circuit didn't work.
And so it takes a lot of time, especially when you have 20 students in a class, and maybe like half of them have this problem. So we need to go through the same process.
就很多时候我们需要装那些 components 上，但是学生忙着装。
Okay, so Miss Yi Thing does not speak English. She's speaking Mandarin with a really heavy Malaysian accent. But her point is very good. It's basically, as a teacher, if you're teaching this kind of class and people are doing stuff on breadboards like this, it gets to be a huge mess. So that's where the Maker Uno comes in. So basically, I should probably explain, from what I understand, Arduino is a kind of a open source language format for this, and they also make their own boards called the Arduino Uno, which goes for about 20 bucks, and it basically just has a bunch of inputs and outputs. These guys have made a better version, which has inputs, outputs, a buzzer, a button, and then also on all the input-output pins, they also have an LED that you can turn on and off. So basically you can see, like, for example, if you turn one of the pins to output 5 volts, it'll light up the LED, so even without checking whatever that's connected to, whether that's working, you can see automatically if the pins are working, which means that you can tell if your program's working. So anyway, very nerdy stuff if you're not into electronics. This is a microcontroller. It's a AT, I think it says it here somewhere. Something 328. Yeah, so here's the original one from Italy. Costs $20-something. If you want LEDs, you gotta hook it up like this. Oh man, brings back so many good memories. It's got the buzzer here and all of our 12 LEDs and our button. And instead of that, it's all built into one board, so which is where you learn about integrated circuit boards, and then even integrated circuit chips. Lots of cool stuff. So anyway, they got the LEDs on here, so it just saves a lot of trouble, and it can buzz. So the same program running on both can do the same thing, but then you have much better.
I don't need to check my program is it correct or not. I just look at the LED and I know my coding is correct or wrong.
For the old Arduino Uno, one of the biggest problems we always face is that when we teach them programming, it got mixed up with circuit also. So if something doesn't work, the kids might not know whether.
So, which is fine, but I hope someone actually also teaches them the circuits too. So, there's ways of building the right design so that, you don't have to deal with this, or having the right kind of programming protocols in there. But anyway, it's pretty cool. I won't play the whole video. So one of the problems is they actually have all this documentation, but the documentation is only in Malaysian, and it says here somewhere below, we welcome any effort to translate the language, and it says like they're working on English right now. So I think it doesn't matter that much. Like if you know how to use the regular board, this one probably should work the same, I'm guessing. And so the cool thing is this is actually super cheap to produce, and apparently based on the pricing, super easy to even get the microcontroller and stuff. So but the microcontroller costs, is it the most, or maybe the buzzer or whatever costs the most? Who knows even which component costs the most? But you know, there's a couple expensive things in here, and then the board, printing, all that is really relatively cheap when you order it in bulk, which I'm sure with $56,000 worth of orders they can do. So let's just go through this guy. So yeah, it's annoying for the teacher to clean up. It's hard for the students. Yada yada yada. Much simpler than the old one. And you can write your name on it. So and even the board, the box that comes in, can be used to like sort of house everything. Looks pretty good. They've got some stretch goals in here. They've got reviews. You can check this out on their site. Here it is, the AT Mega 328p. Probably not very big, but that's okay. It's enough for this kind of stuff. And what else does it have? It's relegated to 3.3 to 500 milliamps, up to 500 milliamps. So they have, I guess, this is outputs. And yeah, all the things you could ever want. How much flash memory, etc. we have, because they have basically the same processor and uses the same what is it called? Something integrated design environment, IDE. 10 inputs, yada yada yada. 16 megahertz processor, 32 kilobytes of flash memory. Blah blah blah. Okay, so anyway, it looks pretty cool. They have some demonstrations of it playing music. This one's cool. You can do this. What do they call it? Persistence of vision. Basically, where it's the way TV works. And that's all good. The packages are still available. They have the $5 version, even though the $4 version was a super early bird. So you're not even paying full price as advertised here. They talk about the Maker Uno board and the Maker Uno board kit. They have one that comes with some extra like wires and LEDs and components, which is cool. They have a lot of updates, and they actually discuss some of the bugs that they've encountered here, so you know what you're getting into. And yeah, all kinds of cool stuff, and they're pretty good about answering comments too. So, maybe not super good, but they are answering comments, even if it's not every day. It is a weekend, so I'll give them some credit. Anyhow, if you're into programmable logic boards and electronics and DIY stuff, this is good for you. If you're a teacher who is trying to teach electronics, probably really good for you. I did actually try to check to see what else is available. First of all, here's the info on the processor if you want to look it all up. Here is about Arduino, so you can read their Wikipedia if you want to know more about it. Started in Italy, and basically they've tried to come up with a open source kind of, what do they call, open source computer hardware and software company, project, and user community. So people are basically writing programs to stick on these, and they have a design environment so you can do all this kind of stuff yourself. So great for the classroom. Some kind of dialect features from C and C++ to program it. What else? I did look up some people selling these things. So they have here on Amazon, you can get directly from Arduino themselves. You can get their original Arduino Uno board, which costs $20 plus shipping, but it doesn't have all that cool stuff. So yeah, I would say if this is your thing, go for the go for the Maker Uno, and you probably will be pretty happy if you know how to use these things, or you're willing to teach yourself, even without an English guidebook or whatever. Okay, so that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Do give me some patience. I won't be updating regularly this week because I'm traveling yet again for the second week in a row, and it's really hard to get 5 videos done per week when I am only here for a couple days over the weekend and then running off to wherever. So cut me some slack, and I'll see you guys next time. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at GoKickMe, and GoKickMedia.com to sign up for our newsletter. Okay, bye.